Oh yeah, I done told y'all. Postgame, baby. Let's talk about it.
Hey, it's time to open up your ears and your eyes. You are now tuned in to Grip It and Rip It. Know what I'm talking about? Grip it and rip it. Okay. Grip it and rip it. Rip it. Grip it and grip it and grip it and rip it. Grip it and rip it. Grip it and grip it and grip it and rip it. Grip it and rip it. Grip it and grip it and grip it and rip it. Grip it and rip it. Grip it and grip it and grip it.
Welcome in H-Town. You're now tuned in to Grip It and Rip It Sports. I'm your host, J.R. Wilson. This is the post-game show for the Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, you're probably thinking, man, you should be upset. You should be mad. You should be angry. No, I'm not. I told y'all pre-game show. I told y'all the show that I did Wednesday. I talked about it in the show my father and I did on the Solid Grip yesterday at 4 o'clock that came on. Y'all stay tuned next Saturday at 4 o'clock and watch out for us. I told you this is going to be a rough season for the Houston Texans. In particular, it's going to be a rough outing and a rough season for Deshaun Watson. He's going to continue to revert to Clemson Deshaun. I'm telling you, he's underdeveloped. Is it all his fault? No, it's not. But there's no excuse. I mean, absolutely no excuse for as well as he moved the ball in the first half, how he couldn't move it at all in the second half. And here's the thing about it. For the first time watching Texans football, I wasn't reeled in. Even though I saw Deshaun, I'm like, he's really slinging it around. I said, yeah, we'll see if that sustains. Because you got to come out here in the second half after Pittsburgh has made their adjustments, and you got to do it again. Can you do it again? If you can do it again, you got a good chance of winning the football game. If not, they coming out, they're going to be ready. Like most teams. We are the worst at doing that, making adjustments. The Houston Texans are the worst team in the NFL at making adjustments. The freaking New York Jets probably make better adjustments than the Houston Texans do. And that ain't saying much, or it's saying a whole lot either way. But I said this, everyone that watches this show is going to be like this. I mean, it's going to be like this all year long. I would be surprised if we won more than 6 games. I would be completely appalled. I'm not going to lie to you, because the same pattern is happening. People, y'all got to start becoming believers, man. Stop lying to yourself saying, man, well, we played the best offense in the league week 1. And then week 2, we played the second best offense in the league. Then week 3, we played the best defense in the league. Dog, that's not how the NFL is won. It's won by beating those teams you shouldn't beat and winning the games that you should win regardless. Like this game that we play next week at home versus Minnesota, we should win this game, but we're not going to win. I'm here to tell you right now. And maybe somebody can say, man, you just being a pessimist. Yeah, I am being a pessimist, but I'm being a pessimist with truth that is tied to it. The truth of the matter is what's laid out right before you. Don't get reeled in by Deshaun's wonderful, wonderful, spectacular, extraordinary. You have to be, and he ain't that. He's not consistent. That's facts. Somebody help me out. Bring up the stats. We can look at them. We can look at them. But you got to look at all of them. Pro Football Focus would be a great source for you to go to, because they record everything. Everything. That don't mean they right about everything, but most of the stuff they allow you to look at it so you can see what's really happening. So y'all prepare for this. It's gonna be a rocky season. And the messed up part about having this rocky season, we don't have no first round draft picks next year. We don't have any second round draft picks next year. So even if we only win 4 games, we don't get the benefit as a team that does win 4 games to get a stud in the beginning of the first round, because we ain't got no first round draft pick. Nor do we have a second round draft pick. And messing with Bill O'Brien, he messed around and traded away the third trying to salvage this season. It's unsalvageable. It's unsalvageable. Period. It's irreparable. I'm telling you right now, it's not something you can fix. Not with this season. You're going to need time. You're going to need a couple seasons, because you need draft picks. Period. You need draft picks to get this thing right, to figure this thing out. Because right now, it's looking real bad. And it's going to look bad. When we play Minnesota next week, look, it's going to look bad. Deshaun has thrown an interception in all 3 games. The defense has not caused 1 turnover. They playing good pass defense, but that don't matter if they running the ball down your throat. That makes it worse, don't it? I'd rather a team put up 450 yards passing, and if we stop their run to, 30 yards like they did us today, hello, we only had 29 yards. That's another thing. Let me finish my point, though. I'd rather them have 450 yards in the air and we be able to stop their 30 yards, stop them to 30 yards rushing, because then that's a game right there. That don't mean they scoring. Look at Matty Ice putting up all them yards. Not this week, but the last 2 weeks. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They won last week. They should have won the game last week, but they lost in the fluke. Nevertheless, they still losing games. So that's another thing. Here's the thing. Your quarterback is being efficient, okay, in the first half. Why are you taking the ball out of his hands? Why are you doing that? You giving it to the running back. He giving you a half a yard every play. He had 13 carries for 23 yards. That is horrible. And he was doing that at the beginning of the game. But you like, no, we got to establish the run. Establish it with Deshaun. Y'all going to learn, man. Y'all going to learn. And y'all going to learn the hard way, too. And the fans, like us fans, we got to suffer for y'all's incompetent, impotent decisions that you all make day in and day out with this organization. But this is what we got to deal with. Period. The defense is probably playing the best that they can play. You played 3 really, really good teams, man. I think people counted the Steelers out because Big Ben was hurt last year, but he was hurt. Big Ben's a Hall of Fame quarterback. You thought this was going to be easy? No. And I bet a whole lot of fans got their hopes up when we was up 21-17 at halftime. Especially that nice little two-minute drive that Deshaun went on right before the half. No, man, it's got to take more than that. You got to do it for 4 quarters. And look, we 0-3. More than likely, we're not going to win. We're not going to win our division. More than likely, we're not going to make it into the playoffs. We're not going to rattle off 9 in a row like we did 2 years ago and still won the division and got into the playoffs. We're not going to do that. It's not going to happen. It's not. Because this year, our schedule is way different. Got to play Minnesota next week, right? Then we play what? The Titans the week after that. Then I think after that is Green Bay. It ain't looking good, man. I'm telling you. Y'all better wake up, man, and open your eyes and see, man, that this organization is down. You can still be a fan. I'm still going to be a fan and watch the games. I'm going to hope for the best, but I'm also going to expect the worst because that's all they've been giving us. So this show was meant to be short and sweet. Man, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Keep checking your boy out. And, man, hopefully, man, we can turn the season around, but I highly doubt it, man. But to all y'all out there, man, I just want to wish y'all, grace and peace, man. And y'all keep on being safe out there, man. And shoot, we going to get on up out of here, man. That's just the end of it.
Hey, it's time to open up your ears and your eyes. You are now tuned in to Grip It and Rip It. Know what I'm talking